Yo, what's up guys? I'm Nevelite, back with some more Evertale, and today we're continuing the character spotlight series with Earth Alira. And just like always, we're gonna break down her strengths, her weaknesses, we're gonna look at her skill kit, her stats, and all of that, and we're gonna dive into that right now. Alright guys, and before we get started, if you notice some shadows moving in the background, it's just my dog Cade. It's raining outside, so I had to bring him in early for this video, and he just likes hanging out, so there it is. Now, talking about Earth Alira, a lot of people put her pretty high up, like on the tier list, but in my opinion, I don't think she's quite as high as some people rate her. I see some people rating her as like SS or S. I'm not sure I would quite put her in the S tier, but let's go over what she has and let you guys make the decision for yourself. And one more real quick disclaimer, I decided to go ahead and go with Alira because her banner's been up for 12 days, and I thought it would be a good idea to go over it. And after this video, we'll return to some of the more user submitted videos like this or this. So, oh boy, so yeah, there she is. So let's go ahead and talk about her weapon, the Sea Strider. It reduces damage from enemy attacks by 15% if their current TU is 150 or higher. I don't know if you've noticed a trend or not of them releasing units that go well with stun teams, but that's been the current trend so far. But overall, a pretty decent weapon. So looking at her stats, you can see she has a pretty high HP pool. That's because she's kind of a guardian type character. She's pretty fast, actually. She's actually a pretty fast character for what she does. And her attack is pretty low, but that's to be expected. The leader skill, Earth units have their max HP increased by 10%. Pretty garbo. I don't think anybody is ever gonna pick this leader skill. Like, let's be honest. Now her attacks are where she becomes a little interesting because being a guardian character, she still has attack and counter, which we went over that in a previous video, so you should know what attack and counter is. But for the sake of the video, she will attack, and then for the next 150 time units, she will counterattack anybody that hits her. And moving down, she has Purify, which will remove negative status effects from a unit, like Poison, Sleep, Burn, to one ally for 70 time units, and will give you 1 spirit. She has Desperate Drain, which for 2 spirit, she will do 400% damage to 2 enemies and then heal herself back for 50% of that damage done. Now, this skill is a Desperate Drain skill, so it can only be used when her HP is at or below 25%. This is also a pretty risky skill because it is a very high time unit skill. So if somebody's running a team, it's pretty much an auto crit coming your way. And then she has Sleep Bomb. So for 0 spirit and 0 time units, she will sacrifice herself and grant 2 enemies the sleep status for 200 time units. Now, one note about Sleep Bomb, you cannot use it until after 200 time units have passed of her being in the battle. Moving on to her passive skills, she has Auto Guard. So that is just like any guardian, she will enter the battlefield and become a guardian, and attacks will be redirected towards her. However, this is only a 60% chance because it's Auto Guard, it's not Auto Guard Plus. She also has Minion Revenge, so when she dies, she will summon 2 Moris at the very end of the reinforcements, which also have Auto Guard. Then the remaining part of her passives are HP, Katana Resist, Attack Up, and Spear Mastery. The only one out of these 4 that are kind of nice is the 10% less damage from katanas, but again, katanas are pretty situational and not a whole lot of units are going to really be equipping katanas, so it's very, very niche. So like with all these videos, I'm going to go ahead and show you her profile real quick if you want to pause and read. So here's part 1, part 2, and part 3. So when you're looking at a unit like this, it is how do you use her? Because she's clearly a guardian, but not that great of a guardian because attacks still can slip through. She does have a high HP pool and a decent amount of speed, so she can get off attacks. But then some of her attacks are very high time units, which means she's going to be punished pretty badly for doing that Desperate Drain. Attack and counter, I think, is where it's at, because she's going to be able to attack and then turn around and purify somebody. And if she has to, she can desperate drain somebody or even sleep bomb to set up some dream hunters. She can also be used as a sort of sacrifice unit if you're using a summon, kind of like a Mori meme team or something like that, or some kind of summon team. So she will work really good for that. Alira has a lot of useful places in many teams. She doesn't really excel at anything, so I'm not sure that I could really place her at like an S tier like I see a lot of people doing. I think she's a solid A tier unit, but if you're looking for like a true guardian, you're gonna be better off with somebody like Light Lumilla or Jean. Yeah, I call her Jean because, I mean, clearly she was named after Joan of Arc, right? And I mean, her name is literally spelled Jean d'Arc from, like, you know, the French spelling. But whatever, she's Jean to me, and she'll always be Jean. So anyway, in my opinion, like, if you're looking for a guardian, like, she's kind of a skippable unit because she's not going to guard as well as those two. Those two units are very clearly like SS units, or S tier units, whatever you want to call them, as far as guardians go. But if you're using Alira to set up a different combo, she can be very, very useful. So where does she fit in at? Well, unfortunately, if you're looking for a very niche team, she doesn't really fit into a whole lot of places, because in order to use Sleep Bomb, she's gonna have to sacrifice herself, and then, you know, somebody can come in and combo with Dream Hunter. So that's very, very potent, because you basically can sacrifice her to kill 2 units. So it's a pretty good trade-off in my opinion. Attack and counter can be kind of punishing, so that can be useful to set up purifies and things like that. And if you're using somebody like Endless Ludmilla or any other summon unit, she can help them out by summoning some Moris. Or if you're just wanting to go all hilarious and create a huge like Mori meme team, which somebody out there should do, because I would love to see that. Now, since her banner is up for so long, I'm gonna go over Tobias. Tobias is actually all right, I think, because, you know, he's got, on his regular attack, he attacks 2 enemies. He has pullback, which is really, really useful for certain combos, and give turn, which also is very, very useful. His drawback is he has insanely high TU costs, so he can be punished pretty easily, but his passives are very good. He's got auto guard and stun absorb, so overall for an SR unit, he's really good. So yeah, that kind of increases the value, I think, a little bit of her summon banner, because she has a pretty good SR unit to go along with her. But in my opinion, probably a skip for a lot of people. Okay, so my final thoughts on Earth Alira. I think she's a strong unit, but I think there are better guardian options out there as far as SSR units go. So if you're looking for a guardian unit, I think you should save your stones for somebody like Light Lumilla or Jean. If you're looking to set her up with some different combos, I say go ahead and summon for her, because she does have a decent SR unit to go along with her. However, really summon for her if you just want this unit. If it's somebody that you really, really want, or she's gonna fit your very particular niche, okay? Because really, her desperate drain's not going to add much to it, because at 200 time units, she's going to get punished super hard for using it. Yeah, it heals her up, but what does it matter if she's not going to be able to, like literally, what does it matter if like she's going to get attacked 5 times before she gets another attack off? You know what I mean? If you're desperate to have a guardian and you need somebody to guard your front line, she's a solid option, and she won't really let you down, because her kit's pretty versatile. It just doesn't really fit into too many like meta synergies right now, right? She's not adding anything to crisis. She's not adding anything to stuns. So like really, she's just doesn't really quite fit in at the moment anymore. But hey guys, that's just my opinion. If you feel like I missed something or have some more combos that you can use her with, let me know in the comments down below. Let the community know what you guys think. If you happen to like the video for any reason whatsoever, or found it helpful, consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this in the future. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.